Pastor Ransome was born in Iwo, Osun State, on 24th July 1985, into the privileged family Papa Isaac and Mary Adewale. Papa Isaac Adewale moved from Lagos to Iwo as directed by God, where he pioneered a miracle ministry spanning more than 45 years. He was and still regarded as the father of Pentecostal movement in Iwo City. Pastor Ransome was exposed to ministry by his father, where he served in various capacities as a drummer, a pianist, music director, Sunday school teacher, and later as a photographer and video editor. Also greatly influenced by T.L. and Daisy Osborne, Pastor Ransome started an evangelistic ministry in the rural areas of Iwo, where he often rode several kilometers on bicycle to minister to people in their village houses, farms, and to mostly Fulanis tending their livestock. Pastor Ransome held his first public meeting at Baptist College, now Bowen University, at the age of 18, drawing both old and young. He gained admission to the University of Agriculture at Abeokuta, now Federal University of Agriculture. He held several meetings off and on the campus. His last meeting was held at the university's biggest auditorium, with the hall packed out. He was ordained as a pastor and officially commissioned 2009 by his father, Papa Isaac Adewale of blessed memory. He moved to Port Harcourt to begin a full-time ministry on the 3rd of May 2010, where he pioneered fresh work. Pastor Ransome often said, "Port Harcourt was my training ground for ministry. It was the place everything I had for God, and his plan for me was proven and tested." He planted different church expression in Port Harcourt City. He held conferences and crusades. He covered the length and breadth of Port Harcourt from 2014 to 2017. All of these came with sacrifices, sufferings, dangers, and threats, but nothing surpasses the honor of being called by the Lord. He married his beautiful wife, Pastor Rita, in July 2016. Pastor Rita moved to Port Harcourt to join him in ministry. They had their first child, Daystar, in March 2017. Pastor Rita's efforts in ministry changed the dynamics in the area of administration and innovations. The family miraculously survived a ghastly motor accident with the car somersaulting 3 times in Benin bypass while driving from Port Harcourt to Lagos. Pastor Ransome often held an annual conference in Lagos back then. They came out with no harm. The ministry materials and camera and all items needed for the conference were intact. They abandoned the car and proceeded to Lagos to hold the conference. Pastor Ransome and his family relocated from Port Harcourt to Lagos in February 2019. Reverend Peter Adinekon hosted him and his family for 1 month at 1004 Estate, Victoria Island. The early days in Lagos were marked with prayer, fasting, and studying. Afterwards, Pastor Ransome launched a media ministry where he would study, write scripts, set up the cameras, record and edit the teachings all by himself. God used the video clips to gather disciples. He would spend hours to disciple people in the work of the ministry virtually and train lots of pastors on how to use the media for their ministry. Through this impact, he started holding disciple camps, prayer seminars, word and spirit camps in Lagos and Abeokuta. In the year 2020, Charis Tribe Global Church was born after a 40 days fasting and prayer. The inauguration took place at Radisson Hotel, December 13th, 2020. Since the inception of the work in Lagos, we have seen the hand of God. We have released our faith like never before for a mighty move of God. He upgraded his media ministry by starting a weekly global Bible study. From conferences to conferences, from meetings to meetings, from city to city, Pastor Ransome has heralded the Lordship of Jesus with discipleship as its core and the ministry of the Spirit with a demonstration of spirit and power. We have seen souls saved and discipled, supernatural provision and unspeakable joy. In 2021, Heaven was born. In 2022, he produced a feature film titled Color of Grace. Pastor Ransome has written over 20 songs which are about to be released. In 2023, Pastor Ransome launched a series of church planting phases in Ibadan, Abuja, Canada, and the UK, which are gradually forming. He also started an online discipleship and ministry training school to help pastors start and strengthen their ministries and use the media effectively. Today, 20th July, he launches his first book ever, which will be used as a soul-winning tool and discipleship material. We are currently in the building phase of a 500-seaters auditorium here in Lagos. Thanks for watching this video. This and more are the hands of God these 40 years. The Lord is gracious and kind. Glory to his name forever. The next 40 years, what is next? I covet your prayers.